Hello everyone and welcome to another VOD review. We have the Dallas Fuel taking on the New York Excelsior. This was a 5-map banger. The New York Excelsior showing some signs of life after a pretty dreadful overall 2022 season. We always say, the meme is there, they have the talent. New York Excelsior, how is this team so bad? It feels like we finally got to see glimpses of what they could be if they're able to play to their strengths. They're able to play their comfort heroes. We got Gangnam Jin coming in. He's able to play the Zenyatta. In this stage in the double flex support world, Myeonbong can play the Ana. Yaki on the Genji went kind of crazy. This looks like a great team in this match, so we'll be able to enjoy and appreciate some of that. Dallas Fuel, though, another team where the talent is there, but they really haven't lived up to their own expectations. They obviously had a pretty good run throughout the kickoff clash, but in this tournament so far, they have not been that impressive. Like, they are still a good team, but are they a top 4 team in NA? It's kind of hard to say right now. They have been leaning a lot more on the fearless main tank. He's been playing a lot of Winston, even some Wrecking Ball, I think, at times. But they've been playing the Fearless instead of Hanbin, except for maps like Circa Royale. They played Edison Sparkle, Chio Filter, the usual stuff. So, once again, we have the replay viewer. Woo! And this will be a constant theme for the rest of the season. So let's just jump into it and enjoy it. Man, why couldn't they let us win? Spoken like a true New York Excelsior fan. Just, come on guys, just give us this one. We need it. This game went far because Yaki went sicko. Yaki went crazy on the Genji. It was actually kind of nuts.
5, 4.
So let's let it go. So this is generally what a lot of New York Excelsior played. They played like Kellen Doomfist / Winston, Flora, Tracer, Yaki, Genji. Edison's going to come out on the Hanzo. We've seen a lot of teams starting to play more Hanzo if they're not expecting to play against, or like Ashe, if they're not expecting to play against a Sigma, just for more neutral value than a Sojin. But I think the big problem that you run into with this idea is that your damage can be a little inconsistent, especially on the Hanzo. But I don't mind it. You know, Sam likes to play the Hanzo for the San Francisco Shock. Obviously, in the APAC region, there's a lot of teams that like playing the Ashe instead of the Sojin. So, Myeonbong moment. Yeah, I think Myeonbong's been getting pretty heavily exposed so far this season. It's been struggling from time to time. So that's it. Let's get some Genji looks. Gangnam Jin gets Sparkle. Gangnam Jin goes crazy in this series, honestly. The Edison's going nuts on the Hanzo. Flora is doing a great job right now as well. Yaki's not really offering much of anything, but Flora's going crazy. Ooh. I'm sad Dora doesn't get much playtime. It's just because he's kind of like the Sombra player for the most part for this team. So they do eventually get the split back. I don't know if I love the Edison Hanzo versus the Genji Tracer Doom. I just don't know if it's gonna do much. Obviously, he's been doing so well so far. Dude, Gangnam Jin again, man. He's already just fragging. How does he get this opening pick? Oh shit, actually, that felt like a 20-second recall. Yeah, 1 second, I gotta change this. Oh no, I missed it again. Wait, did I miss it? No, nice. Oh, that was a nice right click by Gangnam Jin. Is Sojin bad against Doom? It's not great, and the reason why Sojin kind of struggles against things that aren't Sigma, Ryan, you know, that kind of stuff, is it can be hard to charge up the rail. Like Sojin's best part of her kit, or most impactful part of her kit, is the railgun, right? Getting hits with the railgun, headshots, getting picks. If you can't charge your left click up on anyone from like mid-range, then it can be very difficult to get a lot of consistent damage in comparison to a Hanzo and an Ashe. So Sojin, I actually really like where Sojin's at right now. I think she has her strengths, but I don't think she's dumb overpowered. The Gangnam will get close to a deadlift? Maybe. I remember he got close. Like, he went crazy on this map and Ike. Oh, they gave up cap. Like, that was a... Yeah, they can't give up cap. Like, oh, no. This is just like a New York Excelsior moment. They gave up cap and then popped all their ult. So even if they win this fight, it's not a great fight for them. Like... Oh, wow. Good. Wait. Let me see this juggle again by Fearless. Let's have a Fearless moment. Has a perfect juggle onto Myeonbong, then turns his attention to Gangnam Jin, gets a perfect juggle onto Gangnam Jin, and gets both supports with one. Dude, he's so talented. Yeah, and so NYXL go on to lose this fight eventually as well, right? So now Dallas is just ticking up to 65%. That's like worst case. Woo! Worst case scenario for NYXL. Nice play by Fearless. Holy crap. Turns out, Fearless is pretty good at Winston, guys. Oh, Callan's in trouble. Oh, Callan gets a little got. How are they going to be able to fight this? Oh, Edison gets Gangnam Jin. Yeah, I just can't touch. Damn, well played. Great play by Dallas. Yeah, a little bit of a fumble on New York Excelsior. In the one ultimate fight where everyone used all their ults, they just kind of dropped the point and didn't... And Fearless kind of popped off, honestly, on the Winston. You're able to turn off the ping noise? I don't believe so. I can let me have a look. But yeah, I don't believe so. First person crosshair.
Hello. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture.
Does anyone see it? Status playback indicators? Not sure. We'll go here so it stops pinging. But that's how much Fearless pings, by the way. Alright, so we're gonna get Winston, Lucio, Moira. So I don't love this composition. I'm not in love with this composition. Some teams have been playing it a lot more consistently, especially in APAC regions, like the Lucio Moira Wrecking Ball. Like Tracer Sombra has become a little bit popular, and essentially what that composition does is like no one's isolatable. I don't know if I like it as much with the Winston Genji, but this is like the most Dallas Fuel composition that exists, right? Like Dallas Fuel has played this since 2021. I just think it can be really difficult to dive, but if they can get back onto the Ana Zen and get good damage and get successful dives, it can work, but I don't love it. No One's Hero. When did the fancy replay viewer come out? It's not out for everyone. This is just, it's still private because it's got a lot of bugs and it doesn't work that well right now. But yeah, I got the green light to use the replay viewer. Gangnam Jin gets another one. Takes down Edison on that Tracer. Why Dallas leaning into Edison DPS? They seem to like the Edison DPS right now, right? Oh, nice. Gangnam Jin moment. Gangnam Jin moment. And now you have to question, why is Myeonbong ever on flex support while Gangnam Jin exists on this team? Like, Myeonbong should not... Like, if they got a main support and just played Gangnam Jin flex support, it'd be so good. But instead, they signed a third flex support. Like, someone make it make sense, right? Myeonbong's gotta be careful. Gangnam Jin and Myeonbong are not together at all. So Sparkle went over to the Echo and off the Genji, which I think is, again, not great. I'd rather see him go to the Sombra. I think Sombra would work pretty good against his comp. Because, like, here's the problem with the Dallas composition is that they only have one mode and they have to go forward. and isolate one target, which can work. I just think you're playing uphill. I feel like it's much harder to execute Dallas Fuel's comp than it is to execute the New York Excelsior one. EMP on a Fearless, but unable to follow up. Not a great EMP by Flora. There was like no one to follow that EMP up. So yeah, once again, New York Excelsior fumble the ultimate fight. And this is why I'm still pretty critical of New York Excelsior. Even though this game was close with Dallas Fuel, I don't think this wasn't a match in which I was like, New York Excelsior were using their ultimates perfectly, or they were playing great as a team and all that kind of stuff. If anything, it was just individual brilliance that really felt like was getting them over the line. Like Yaki goes crazy, Gangnam Jin goes crazy, but that's not a team play. That's just individuals. Droba, thank you very much for the fresh sub. Alright, so we got another Fearless Primal. Oh, Myeonbong gets got. But New York's Excelsior get that flip back. Well played. I think maybe a little too aggressive here by Dallas. Like, let's watch this again. I feel like jumping into the Brig Ana here, the Brig Bap, they don't really have the ton of ults to get it through. Chio wants to hold on to this beat and then gets stuck. So pretty good counter dive here by New York Excelsior. Yeah, Gangnam Jin dominating on the Zenyatta, switches over to the Brig. Tragedy, dude. Beat engaged, stick on to Kellen. I don't know why Myeonbong lamped that. Gangnam Jin gets got. Good dive by Dallas there. Like, that was only with a pulse bomb there and I managed to get that dive. Clean beat engage. So that was a beat as well. But yeah, that was a good dive. And the Winston comp will work against stronger teams though, because I feel like Gladshock Dynasty will be able to deal with it, and that's my problem. Like, I don't rate Dallas Fuel super high. Like, as much as they play this Lucio Mora Doomfist, Lucio Mora Winston, I just don't think it is a great composition. I think it's very counterable by good mechanical play of a defensive style. Like the Dallas Fuel, this Dallas Fuel look is very, as I said, 2021, where they just have to go. They can't go backwards. And that's why you see, like, once again, Dallas Fuel try to take the fast initiative, try and go super aggressive, and they just get punished by New York Excelsior. And if New York Excelsior are able to punish this, then you better believe that, as you said, the Gladiators, the Shock, the Soul Dynasty are going to be able to punish it. So I'm a little worried about the Dallas Fuel moving forward. I think HO1 will play. I would say HO1 will probably play above Myeonbong. I think Myeonbong is probably the weakest of the three flex supports. With that said, I haven't watched too much of HO1. I'm just not a big Myeonbong fan.
Score 1-1.
Do you have any plans what other teams will be watching? We'll definitely do a replay tomorrow as well. But I don't think we'll do more than that. So I will probably watch an East match tomorrow. I don't know who exactly. We'll probably do a vote and a poll on that tomorrow. But for right now, we're just watching this one. All right, so Dallas Fuel coming out on this Winston Lucio Mora composition again. Kellen just getting punished hard for that space. Is he gonna get run down by Sparkle? No. Yeah. This composition by Dallas is really good in the neutral. Flora needs to switch. Flora cannot play Sojin against this composition. Is he gonna stay? Oh god, I'm not gonna like it. Let's watch. Let's see how Flora tries to get value on this Sojin. I think he's just gonna get overrun. He's never gonna be able to get close enough to get charged up the rail, but if he gets anywhere close, he's just gonna get run down by the Winston Lucio Mora. Why do you think they don't have Fearless play ball? He obviously likes the Winston more. I prefer the ball. I think Winston potentially needs too many resources, especially if you're not going to play an Ana. If you have an Ana, I do like Winston because of the nano, but you know, we saw Shanghai make the ball work quite well. Alright, so that was pretty good by Flora. It feels like Dallas are kind of getting caught in this mid ground of they weren't able to go. That was some good whip shots by Gangnam Jin. But now the Cole's up, I think they might just have too much sustain. And this is like peak Dallas zombie comp style. Edison going kind of crazy on this Tracer right now. You know, when someone earlier questioned why Edison, they're putting so many resources into Edison, I think Edison's been good for Dallas this year. Like, on the Reaper, like, I think we know he had a good Tracer. Like, he can be a good Tracer. I think if they put more resources into running just Edison Sparkle more and play to their strengths is probably the best way forward. Unless it's a hard hit scan meta in which they want to play Gurio. Because Gurio's been impressing me a lot lately as well. All right, let's get this. Let's see how Flora's gonna do this. Yeah, like I think Flora is just. I just don't think Sojourn's good in like with how aggressive Dallas Fuel's gonna play. Right, he's just getting pushed. Oh, nice play. He's getting pretty good value, all things considered. But Fearless Winston, it just is. Fearless Winston's just on another level, and that probably answers the question, right? Of like, why doesn't he play ball? He's going nuts on the Winston. You can't really argue with the results. You can argue the pick, but you can't argue the results.
Overtime. Be nourished.
So, and this is the problem that I have with Dallas's comp. Like, when they don't have these support ultimates and that kind of stuff, if they can't engage or the other team has ultimates, just feels like they just get poked down for so long. Myambong gets caught a little too aggressive. They get down the back line. Well played. Toronto is the closest I have to a home team. Is there any Toronto Copian you can give me for the tournament? Toronto's a good team. Like, if they can work out who they're playing, like, Toronto is a good team. Like, they have Hisu, who's very good. Finale's been playing well. Muse has actually been nutty. Fun fact, Muse is like #1 in a lot of Doomfist stats, and I will show that stat card on Friday in our pre-show. Muse is actually very good at Doomfist. And then your backline is one of the best backlines that we have in the league. You know, Chorong, Twilight. I don't feel like we've really been able to see the true power of the backline, but there's ways forward for Toronto. A Fuel mid-team now? I personally think so. I'm not sold that Dallas Fuel is going to be one of the top dogs. Like, I don't put Dallas Fuel in the top 4 contenders for this mid-season tournament. My top 4 is Seoul Dynasty, Shanghai Dragons, Los Angeles Gladiators, and San Francisco Shock. Those would be my 4 favorites and who I would put my money on to win the mid-season tournament.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
Sparkle has made more playmaking potential. Yeah, I think Sparkle is just a good player for Dallas. He's one of those players that I generally think Dallas just play better when Sparkle is in the lineup. Do I theoretically think he is the best person to have in this lineup, considering they have Gurio, they have Doha on the bench? Not always, right? But I just think Dallas just plays better when Sparkle's in the lineup. So maybe he's a better caller, maybe he has a better vibe, maybe he just works better with the rest of the team. But I think when Sparkle's in, they're better. Rain's too inconsistent for my liking. I like Rain. You know, I had a Houston Outlaws fan molding at me in my YouTube comments that I was calling, you know, that I put Atlanta 3rd. I think Atlanta deserves to be 3rd, but do I think they're in that top 4 list? Not really. They could definitely show up as they always do in the playoffs and, you know, break in, but I can't, in good conscience, put them in that top 4. Was it Liz? No, it was some other dude. Some dude. All right, so I don't know if you saw my last review. Some guy got really mad that I said that Piggy got hard diffed by Hardy on that Reinhardt 1-1, which as I said, it was a while ago, so maybe I'm remembering differently, but I'm almost 99% sure that Hardy hard diffed Piggy in that Ryan matchup on Circuit Royale, but this person was defending him to the ends of the earth. He did get diffed though, and that's what I remember. Like, I remember getting diffed. It wasn't just the shatters, he was just getting outplayed by Hardy and outmaneuvered, but it is what it is. Team do you actually support? I'm unbiased. I'm an unbiased analyst. Honestly, I have no favoritism. I personally really like Gladiators a little bit because they got 2 Australian coaches. I like the people on that team and that kind of stuff. So kind of Gladiators, but honestly, I don't really have a team that I like or dislike. I literally just analyze and base all of my analysis off of, do I like watching them play Overwatch? Which for some teams in the league is no right now. So when I love it when people feel like I have a bias against their team and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm only biased against your team if they just annoy me to watch. Okay, so Dallas Fuel trying to now. Actually, 1 second. Let me add something for this VOD review. Left one. The color's gonna change actually, so maybe we do make it white. 1 second, let me one. Well, actually, I don't think I can do that. Oh, you're in the way, buddy. Because there's no numbers here. So let's add text. Right. 0. There we go. Just so we can keep a score of people watching so you guys can understand what the score is right now. A purple color. So, no, I think if it's purple, I think we just leave it this. Oh, I can definitely, you know, we can jazz it up at one point. Gangnam Jin gets another one, but not right now. It'll work. Do you stand by your statements about Washington's coaching this past weekend? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, obviously on the broadcast, I was very mellow about it in a way, but I think it's realistic. You know, I think Supreme has had a very long run on the Washington Justice and has not been able to produce results with the quality of roster he has. At some point, you need to look at management and coaching in the same way that if for a year and a half, if we thought it was the players, we always call for players that they need to be looked at. Run, Gangnam Jin, run! Whoa! Oh my god, they just got rolled. Dude, Gangnam Jin's a psycho. Oh my... Dude, don't ever put this man on Brig. Let the man play Zen. Counterpoint, who in NA does Justice go after replace Supreme right now? No idea. As I said, like, my job is not to fix the Washington Justice. My job is to point out when there is obviously things wrong, right? And question what they should do. But in my job, you know, I'm not trying to give... Dude, Yaki, Flores just spammed for this, this orb. Get amazed? Well, they would want a Korean coach, right? He's a Korean Korean team, so... Maybe they can't do it in the midseason. Maybe there is no answer right now in the short term. Oh, nice trans. Ah, a little late. Dude, I would love to see the Dallas Fuel win percentage when Fearless uses Primal. It has to be super high.
60 seconds remaining.
J-Field Dongsu, yeah. There's a couple of Korean coaches from Shanghai Dragons last year that left to try and get head coach jobs. Hello. 91%. I think it's 100 so far, yeah. Oh, good nano. I think Kellen was probably dead, so I think that's a pretty good nano. There's that Bobby D1. Thank you, whoever set it up. Yeah, it's way better to watch the replay video. We can watch from our perspective. We can see things that weren't on the broadcast originally. It's fucking awesome. So I'm really excited to have the replay viewer back. Thoughts on Chio Zen? I haven't really watched it too much. Let's have a look. That's the nice thing about this replay viewers. We'll be able to see things that we haven't been able. Like, there's some things. It's like, when have you ever seen Chio Zen on the broadcast, right? Like, we we don't get the opportunity to see what he's actually doing other than if he's in the kill feed or his transcendence timings, right? Like, brutal. Yeah, Edison is dead. Can finally get some Vindane pulp? Yeah, probably. Let's get some more Chio pulp. I'm kind of curious. I want to have a look now. Nano Doom. Nice Kellen dive. That was a great Kellen Nano dive. You think it's an NYXL level up or Fuel level down? I think it's both. I think Fuel definitely are not playing that well, but NYXL are definitely playing well. On an individual level, do I think their teamwork is improved to a drastic level? Not really. I just think individually they've played quite well. So Gio actually switches over to the brick. Yaki versus Sparkle on the Echo.
30 seconds remaining.
Yaki got run down. Yaki needed to go to copy. I think he was looking for a copy. Gangnam Jin has the trance. No, Myeongdong! Oh, I think he thought he was dead. Ah, damn. Feels down. So yeah, thank you very much for the 2 subs. Appreciate you. Hope you get your brig skin.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yaki copy Tracer, double Tracer, like it was like it's 2016. Oh, that did not go very well. Alright, now we get the Fearless Doomfist. So annoying seeing Chio play Zen because he always said, yeah, I very rarely see Chio pop off on Zen. I feel like I don't see him have that much impact. I'm not in love with Chio Zen so far. It has been unremarkable thus far. Oh, nice punch. Oh, Gangnam Jin's in trouble. Oh. Is the Mega not there? Oh, no, he might have already grabbed it. Wait, what? Wait. Why are you running? Why are you running? What are you doing? What are we doing here? What is the plan? Like Kellen's like trying to duel Fearless in the basement? In the couch? That was questionable. I did not notice that. That was a weird play by New York there. And this is sort of like why I like when I say both, like NYXL, I think they played up, but individually and mechanically. And I think Dallas Fuel played down. Like this was not a flawless game by New York Excelsior. So to the guy who said that the New York Excelsior could go to map 5 with Seoul Dynasty, I fucking dare you to tell me what we just witnessed would work against Seoul Dynasty. Or would work against anyone. Or would not just fall apart. Like New York Excelsior definitely improved. It looks like they're making good steps forward, but are they are they all of a sudden like a close to a top end team? Absolutely not. And Dallas Fuel did not play that to that level either. Oh, now they're just getting run over by Dallas.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Good purple. That was a big purple.
30 seconds.
Alright. Good trance by Gangnam Jin. Alright, that Transcendence should hold that for them. I kind of wish Chio had tried to hide for a C9, but I don't think it would have worked. But
10 seconds remaining.
probably in the middle. Yeah, I would say I think if New York can keep playing to this level, they'll be around the middle. And I think Dallas Fuel is just above the middle, but I just don't think they're the top end team that we've seen from them in previous things. All right, so beat engaged from the Dallas Fuel. Nano in from Kellen. Doing a good job of splitting off the back line. Chio, you got to keep Filler alive. Whatever you do, keep Filler alive. It's not going to be enough. Good hold by New York. Good hold by New York. Yeah, good hold by New York. Clean play. A little bit of trolling here on the second point, but not too bad.
Ready for battle.
So both teams are playing Echo as well. And like, I just don't love the Echo. But I guess if you weren't going to play the Echo, what would you play? Like Sombra, Sojourn, Ashe would probably be like the idea of what the meta is. Yeah, I just don't love the Echo. I feel like, yeah, Genji, you're right, Genji. But I feel like both these teams don't want to play Genji. I can understand not wanting to play the Genji if you're Yaki against the Winston. Winston's really good against the Genji. Nah, I don't know. I don't feel like I like the Echo. Kellen got purpled. Oh, Fearless down. Good slow push here from New York. Punish Fearless. As long as Kellen stays alive and they keep taking this space. No, Flora dies though. It's pretty bad. Thank you for the anonymous gifter to Young Brisket. Much love. Yeah, they took too long. Like, Flora dying there, like, they took too long to take that space, and then Flora going down, they gave up their advantage. Oh, they're still gonna commit with a Nano and a Yaki? That was ambitious. It could work. They got Sparkle from it. Do they have any ults? Fielder has Nano. Oh, no, that was so tragic. Look at this from Fielder. He gets the Nano, realizes that if he Nanos Chio, they could potentially win. Oh, dude, is it still... 1 second, sorry. He tries to save Chio, but as he throws the Nano to save him, he gets purpled. So he gets pulsed, but they both get naded, so he tries to save him, but he's purpled, so it doesn't give him the health. So the damage reduction doesn't matter, and they lose. Oh, that feels bad for Fielder. Sparkle or Edison not comfortable on Sojourn? Nah, neither of one of them have really shown us any Sojourn, right? I don't think I've seen Edison play Sojourn. Has in this match? Well, yeah, but like very much. Like, I don't... It doesn't stand out to me. Alright, so now Dallas don't have the Nano, so they don't really have an engage tool. So how do they stop New York from just walking up with this? Especially seeing as New York's already got control of the tower. You can see the Echo coming up here. Good dive. Kel and Yaki coming together. Force the Transcendence. Stick goes on the Gangnam Jin. Has to use the Transcendence. Pretty good so far. That's kind of like a reset. Oh, good dive. They get the purple under the Zenyatta. The call gets made. Gangnam Jin gets hunted down. But they do trade.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Fearless Primal. So Dallas default wins this team fight. I don't know how I feel about Fearless trying to juggle a Doomfist. Oh, that's kind of nasty. Yaki gets taken out of the air. Yeah, New York Excelsior gets it pretty far, though. You can't complain. Why Dallas playing Winston? I think it's just comfort pick. Like, I genuinely just think they're more comfortable playing the Winston. I don't hate the Winston on some maps, and I think Ike is one of the maps I don't hate it on, but I think they will get punished if they try and just keep playing this everywhere. Favorite backline comp from this year? If you're talking about this meta, I really like Anazen in this meta right now. I think Anazen's really strong, which is kind of funny because Anazen usually sucks, but I actually think it kind of works right now. Oh, Kellen gets got. Maybe I just like watching Ana Zen. Goodbye, Kellen. Yeah, Dallas's dive is really clean right now. Like, you can see, like, they're just not allowing the backline for New York Excelsior to come in at all. As soon as this New York Excelsior backline, like, walks in here, they throw a nade and they dive with the Tracer, Echo, Winston. And they're just trading better. What do you think about copying tanks in Overwatch 2? I don't think it's as much of a you must copy tanks. Because even tanks just fall over sometimes. I don't know, I just think copy as an ult just doesn't feel great right now. Which is fine because it used to be super overpowered, but just doesn't feel super strong. You don't need Brig Zen anymore because Zen has his own Brig kit, so you may as well stack util. Yeah. And the Ana, like the nanos are like really strong. What happened to Yaki? Together! Alright, good fight for New York Excelsior though, they get that open. Alright, Dallas gets a pretty good touch here. They have the Chio Transcendence as well. So they should be able to hold this. Especially because New York doesn't have all their players there. Alright, good Transcendence. Kellen got purpled as well. Oh, good Transcendence by Gangnam Jin later. I think it really comes down to who wins this Echo duel. Gangnam Jin gets Chio. Oh, good sleep. They get to sleep onto the Fearless Primal. Gangnam Jin gets Chio. The backline diff here from the New York Excelsior. Yeah, Fearless Primals just have not been as strong. I think D.Va will be meta. I think there will be more D.Va played. And especially if the Doomfist nerfs remain from this beta, I would not be surprised to see more D.Va instead of Doomfist. Like in places where Doomfist gets played, maybe D.Va. And use her as like the aggressive style D.Va. Well, it'll be interesting. I don't know. We haven't really been able to play too much around with the D.Va. And really get a good vibe check for her. I don't really like the Nano Echo. I think I feel like Nano Echo just has not been working. I'd much rather see them just nano the Doomfist in. Allow them to be like super survivable and just do a ton of damage. It feels like every time they nano Sparkly just dies. Was D.Va buffed in this patch? She got 100 extra armor, which is a big deal. Wouldn't Bull just be better than D.Va? Not always. Maybe. You could be right, but I think there is a world in which D.Va gets more play. Alright, good hold by Dallas. Oh, man. That was just... Do it. Oh... If he had transcended, oh man, if Gangnam Jin had got that transcendence off, it would have been sick. No, New York, you gotta reset. You're not gonna win this fight. Can DV Junker Queen's knife? I don't believe so. Do you think supports need to get nerfed? No, I don't think supports are fine. I think supports are in a pretty good spot. I don't think supports are super overpowered. I think there's definitely some tuning that could be done onto Zenyatta. But I think supports are fine right now. You make them any worse, people just won't want to play supports. Like, supports will just feel like heal bots, right? Z Kale, thank you very much for the 2 gifted. That's 3 overall. I appreciate you. Enjoy your Brig skin. Oh, Kellen Phyllis down. Oh, Phyllis gets... Sparkle, I think, has been getting the worst end of this Echo stick. I think Yaki has been diffing Sparkle more often than not. Edison goes down. Good nano on the Fearless, just not enough. Yeah, Fuel don't have much left in the tank. Yeah, didn't go great. Woo, New York Excelsior, get the next map win. 1-1. Zen needs to, I think you should put Zen's health back. I think you can keep Zen's kick, put the health back down to 200. And I think Zenyatta's in a good spot. The Zen kick gives the Zen so much, gives you a more interesting thing, gives you more survivability. The 25 health just feels like overkill. Like, I just feel like it gives you too much.
Ready for battle.
Yaki fucks on this map? Yeah, I think we're probably going to watch a lot of Yaki pub on this map.
Ready for battle. One. Attackers incoming.
Kick should not be doing more damage. I'm fine with it doing a little bit more damage. Just get rid of the health and then see where how Zen feels. Sparkle has had kind of a rough season. He hasn't been bad, but he's not V5ing yet. And I agree with you. Sparkle has definitely not been having a great season, but you need to remember when we say that, that is relative to his previous seasons where he has been incredible. So I don't think he's had the same level of dominance that he's had in previous seasons. I feel like he's just sort of, he's just been fine. You know what I mean? Yep, not a great start for Yaki. Why is the replay viewer not widely available if it exists? Because it doesn't function very well. Like, there's a lot of bugs and there's a lot of errors and it just does not work very well. So it is not, from what I've been using, it is not ready for public use. It's buggy as fuck. Nice. On Nigurio. Oh, gets got. Pretty good hold by Dallas here so far. So I didn't talk about it, but Hanbin comes in to play this map. And I actually remember Mitch and Matt talking about this on the broadcast, because New York Excelsior do almost get full held here playing this Doomfist Genji. And they were sort of questioning, like, should they be playing Doomfist Genji? It's just not good on this map and on this point. But I actually like that Dallas Fuel are playing to their strengths. Like, I think they should. They should be playing to what they're good at. Because if they try and take this, like, Sigma Mirror, or like try and play double sniper, they're just gonna lose. Like, they're just not gonna beat Dallas Fuel at that matchup. So you're better off just playing to your strength and hope it works. Gurio's the most meh hit scan. I think Gurio's been impressing me a lot more as of late. I think he had a very weak kickoff clash, but I've actually been impressed with him this mid-season. I think he's been good every time he's come in. When do you think your replay view will be available to public? No idea. As I said, this is all above me. I'm just fortunate that I have the ability to use it. Good play by Sparkle. Plat chat calling top level players meh. What do you mean top level players? If you're talking about Overwatch League players and trying to defend them by saying they're all Overwatch League players, like, that's our job. To talk about them relative to the league that they're competing in. We're not comparing them to fucking Timmy and Gold, right? These are all the best of the best of the best of the best. These guys are all incredible players. They are the best players in the world. But we are always talking about them relative to where they are playing.
Thanks for the help.
Top 1%, they are higher than the top 1%. They are the top 0.001%. Maybe even another zero there, right? Like,
Going somewhere?
Transcendence to counter the blade. Alright, Excelsior have nothing else left in their kit. They are in trouble, especially with Flora going down here. They just have not been able to get any purchase so far. How do they get through this? Nano from Myeongbong maybe? Because Gurio should... Alright, actually, let's watch Gurio pop. Oh, good play. Oh, nice shots by Gurio. Oh, Nano from Kellen. Dude, how did New York win this fight? Gangnam Jin and Yaki, dude. That was actually just pure pop-off from Gung. Oh, I don't like that from Fielder. Pure pop-off from Yaki and Gangnam Jin. They have no right winning that 3v5. I feel bad for our fans actually named Timmy. Yeah, they do get a lot of abuse from us. Timmy, it's not you. Yaki's so good. Yaki, pretty talented. Custa, who is the closest player to your own skill level and out to my skill level? Right now? I don't know. You'd come down to who's the worst player in the league. Let's get this Yaki blade. Oh, he got counter blade. I actually like that play by Yaki. Recognizing that they're just going to trade the blades. If he tried to go in with that, he would 100% die. I like that call. Oh, nice. Wow, Dallas did a great job of peeling there. Prophet can only dream to be on the level of Custa. Yeah, it's true. Prophet's got nothing on me. What about Prime Custa? Prime Custa, it's even hard talking about Prime Custa because I played during a different era. Like, if you put 2018 Custa into the league right now, I would not be a good player, right? Like, everyone has improved so much. It's kind of hard to, like, rate people from different eras, if that makes sense. Oh, good flux, but Yaki gets two. Yaki gets both the backline. Let's see how this happens. Prime Custa is today Custa? Yeah, kinda, in a way. Oh. Sheesh. That was actually brutal. Oh my god, deflects the right click. Oh my. Yaki pretty talented. It's like comparing Dan Marino to Tom Brady, different era of player. Yeah, it's like the classic, you know, Michael Jordan of LeBron James argument. It's like, there are people like, oh, but look, Michael Jordan wouldn't be able to do what he did in this day's NBA. It's like, yeah, but he didn't play in this day's NBA. He played in that day's NBA. So it's like, how do you relate the two? Do you think Fuel should commit to playing Fielder on Zen? No. So the reason a lot of teams have their Ana, like their Fielder is playing like Ana, is because if you want to play like Ana Brig or something like that, the Zenyatta is generally the one you want to flex. Like you'd flex away from the Zenyatta to Lucio, you'd flex away from the Zenyatta to Brig, that kind of stuff, right? So that's generally why you see the main support players playing the flex support Zenyatta when they're playing double flex. Generally the Zen that's locked, it depends on the team. Depends on the team. Some teams like playing Zen Brig, some teams like playing Ana Brig. Some teams like playing Bat Brig, right? It depends on the team. I don't think that's true, because like the Atlanta Reign play UV on Zen a lot. And OG plays like the plays like the Brig and shit like that. Then you have other teams where Fielder will play like the Moira or the Zen, play the Moira or the Ana, and Chio will play the Brig and stuff like that, right? So it just sort of moves around from team to team. It's pretty much just Dallas. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think of like what other teams do. I don't know. Another blade. Get that Yaki blade. Clean. Chio with the Transcendence out. Not another great... It's not a great Transcendence from Chio again. Stalls a little bit, but doesn't do it awful too much. New York should be able to close this out pretty easily, honestly. Look at how they boop Chio. Like, Chio had the transcendence. That was kind of a discount. He gets slept, and then he gets punched off. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess you can't really blame Chio for that one. It was kind of no right answer.
Round 1, 0 to 3.
Humanity
Ready
is
for battle.
In the last 2 seasons, have we had a rise in role flexibility? Would teams in 2020 do less bat brig as present brig swaps? I think people will always... Oh, God. I think people will always do what they think is best. But I think Overwatch 2 has been more conducive for flexibility. Especially under the guise that, like, the game changes so much. Oh, Guria gets a shot on the floor. Let's have a look at that one.
1.
Oh! You're able to understand so much more of the match from free cam. I wish I would pivot away from first person. I think it can just be overwhelming when you do an overhead view, and it's so much easier to miss things when you do an overhead view. Oh, Gurio gets Yaki as well. Gurio kind of rolling right now. And yeah, that's sort of what I said. Like, Gurio, honestly, Gurio's been playing well in this stage. Fan, Gangnam Jin, you need to not be in that room. Gangnam Jin just cornered himself. Bro. Do they know he's in here?
My ultimate is charging.
Gangnam Jin? Gangnam Jin? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this play by Gangnam Jin. This was not a great one. He just sort of like couldn't do anything because he got cornered. Okay, not great. Gangnam Jin got the earbuds in, bro. Dude, he can't hear you, bro. Flora gets a sparkle. Kellen goes down though. As long as Gurio's up, they can control space. Like, they should be fine that Sparkle dies. Sparkle should be able to get back pretty quickly. I understand the idea of wanting to go aggressive with the window. I don't think this window was it though. Okay, Nano Kellen. Not great ultimate usage by Excelsior. Not great ultimate usage by either. Alright, where are we going with this one, Hanbin? Gets Gangnam Jin. Yeah, that was pretty bad by Gurio. Gurio needs to be shooting the guy in the flux. Like, that needs to be on Gurio to get that kill. Custa, can I sell you on Dallas are worse than you think? This mid-season, they almost went 0-2 against Titans last week. Yeah, no, as I said, I'm not on the Dallas Fuel hype train. I'm absolutely not. If anything, I'm trying to convince Dallas fans that they need to stem their expectations. Dallas don't look great right now. Oh, Chio gets Myumbo. Let's have a look at this one. True fan, win or lose, yeah. Oh, nice. All right, Yaki, what do you got? We're gonna need some magic here. Not a great transcendence from Gangnam Jin. It's kind of already over at that point. I guess I understand doing it, but yeah, that was a free fight for Dallas Fuel. Does nobody hear this wind noise? No, it's a wind noise up here. It's like in the air when I'm like hovering on high ground. You know, just played Insane this series? I don't even think they played Insane. I think Yaki and Gangnam Jin had some crazy pop-up moments, and that's how they ended up getting through it. Like, I don't think New York were crazy. I think they just had some individual pop-offs.
My ultimate is charged.
It's race cars? Yeah, I think it might be race cars.
I require assistance.
Blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink. Dude, New York are giving up so much space here. And I don't hate it. They're just playing for the defensive, but I don't know how I feel about just how much space they're giving up. Canadian Earth, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Enjoy your brick skin.
My blade is ready to
The Sparkle gets a big Genji diff. Yeah, Yaki had some. Honestly, I think Sparkle got kind of diffed a lot in this match compared to Yaki. So that's a good play by Kellen. They force out the Transcendence. You can't complain about that play if he gets out the Transcendence. Oh, a little too spicy there by Yaki. I like the idea, and at least he trades. As long as you're trading as the defensive team here, it's fine. But they're running out of ults, and Myeonbong's in Frowny Town. It's taking too long for Dallas Fuel need to have someone pushing the cart. The fact that they didn't have anyone pushing the cart, yeah, they're touching the spawn and they're stopping Excelsior from coming out. But if no one's pushing the cart, that threat doesn't loom. So therefore, New York are just respawning, and then all they need to do is get a couple of kills, as you see here, right? Oh, wow, he almost got that Tracer with that. Your recommendation on what bind to sign to ping? No, I think it all comes down to personal preference at that point. I don't understand why they're playing Sig with Tracer Genji. Well, Guryu was on Widow, but then I think for this final point, they decided to switch to Tracer, but I see where you're coming from. I think they need to have some long-range threat, but I think they're just struggling with Flora and Yaki. Tracer Genji. Oh, close. Oh, that was a good hold of the flux by Hanbin. Alright, time to push the cart. Flora just needs to stay alive and hold the cart. That's all he needs to do. Which is what he's doing. Good job, Flora. 1 second, sorry. Want to get this pop. Blading down the Winston. Did not work. Good play by Kellen. Yaki's going to use the blade. Probably unnecessary, but not the worst. Guarantee the hold.
thank you.
I think Yaki goes crazy here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you got like 3 with that blade? Yeah, but my point of like, did he need to blade of, there was only 3 people remaining for the Dallas Fuel. Could they have won that fight without using the blade? So he would have it here, which would be almost guaranteeing another fight win, or at least forcing the Transcendence from Chio. Diva from Hanbin. Feel like every time, I would love to see Diva's win rate. I feel like it has to be close to 0%. Does anybody ever win playing Diva? I don't think they do. Poco'd in. Does anyone win playing Hog? Yeah, both those heroes just don't feel very good. Yeah, Dallas just don't really have an answer right now. Oh, Hanbin's gonna get staggered.
Hello.
Don't know how I feel about the Guryu Tracer. I like it. Trade down for. Oh, I remember this. Oh, that's actually filthy, dude. Woo. Clean.
Victory.
And New York Excelsior go up 2-1. There's no way New York Excelsior lose from here, right, guys? On a new Queen Street.
2, 1. Objective unlocked.
All right, so we're gonna get the Lucio Moira Wrecking Ball composition that we talked about. I don't like this Dallas Fuel composition. I just don't. I don't like the Lucio Moira if you're gonna play a Sojourn. That sounds counterintuitive, especially because you know what New York Excelsior is gonna play. I'd rather them just play like a Tracer Sombra if they're gonna play this comp. Guri just said in an interview that Edison's better than Tracer. Yeah, I don't think Guri. I think Guri is probably the third best Tracer on his team. New York not really ready for that level of regression from Dallas. Like, I don't think they were expecting them to be on their side.
Kill.
Activating systems.
Edison goes Sombra at some point, which I think is the right call against the comp that New York is playing. When are we going to see Doa in a Sombra meta, which is not really right now. Some people are making Sombra work, especially on New Queen Street, but not a lot. Like, what's Edison? Oh, I was gonna say, what's Edison doing right now? Getting kills, apparently. Oh, Yaki, pretty good with the Genji. Good job by Yaki staying alive. Chio wants money, but Myambong gets it. Yeah, I just don't think Dallas's comp has enough damage with what they're doing, and they can't isolate a target without the Sombra. So what's gonna happen is I feel like Edison's just gonna get dove and die.
Pushing forward.
If they can find a way to give Edison space and Edison goes crazy, yeah, it can work. But I think they're better off just playing Sombra. Is he gonna do it? No, he's staying. I think Dallas still has a hit scan problem. I think the problem that I think Dallas have is that Sparkle is their Tracer flex support player, and Edison and Gurio neither have really shown. Sorry, Sparkle is their Tracer flex DPS character. Edison is their Tracer hit scan player, and Gurio is just a hit scan player. So it feels very difficult to make compositions work with that, like those three sets of players. Flex DPS, sorry. So it's like they can't play Gurio if they like. So they can't play Gurio on this map. But then
Thanks.
because they might want to flex to a dive. So Edison's in. But Sparkle is the Tracer player here because they don't want to play Genji or Sombra here. But then Edison's eventually going to have to switch to Sombra. So their subs and their hero picks just feel a little fucky, if that makes sense. And that's sort of why it always feels like Dallas is playing their own way. Edison's getting pretty good value on the Sojourn, all things considered. But no supports here for Yaki. He's probably just dead. He's doing a great job of living. Holy crap. That was a great... Dude, fucking Yaki's a ninja. Look at this. No heals. No supports. Gets 2. Now he's in trouble. He has 17 health. Look at this getaway. That was pretty clean. Okay, Dallas, you have the coal. This should be a pretty good fight. This is a max ult fight for almost everybody. Let's see what we got. There's the coal.
This ends now.
Get Gangnam Jin. I think New York Excelsior need to be more proactive against this composition from Dallas. Oh, Edison goes down. Beat from Cheers late. So, like, Dallas feel gonna win this fight, but that's both support ults. And the Sojourn ult. So I don't love it.
Cannot escape me.
Think Dallas would be better if they kept Pine? No. Alright. Oh, good play by Fearless. He gets the He gets the slam off, and Edison switches over to the Sombra already, by the way. Keep an eye on that. So now Dallas Fuel can play this like Sombra thing where they just wait for Edison to get a hack. Edison hacks someone and then they dive them. Hack Kellen. Fuck him up.
See you later.
Kinda wanna see how Edison plays this Sombra.
Much better.
Diron, thank you very much for the 3 subs. Great Brig skin. Yeah, they're not getting a lot of value on this Sombra right now. Ooh. Yeah, you're dead. Carbon Fiber, thank you for the fresh sub as well. Appreciate you all. Would you say Sombra would be good with Sojourn to finish kills from stealth? No. No.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
I think you need to play a Tracer in this situation. Sombra Sojourn is just like too little amount of neutral damage. Just Tony, thank you very much for the 5 as well. New York almost has the advantage. They got the Coal engage. Good pulse one by Flora on the fielder. They also punish Edison. And New York Excelsior takes the lead. Good fight by them. They're gonna get the cap for this as well. All right, thank you for the 3 gifted subs as well. Yo, thank you very much, all the subs. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Brig skin. Don't play Sombra unless your lip fits. People just need to learn how to play from lip fits. You know, I talked about it in my last VOD review. But like the way that those guys are playing Sombra is they hack someone. The way they play these comps, because APAC plays these comps a lot. The way they play these comps is the Sombra hacks someone individually, then they dive, then they EMP again when everyone tries to help the hack target, and then they win the fights that way and execute good dives. Dallas Fuel don't seem as clean in that style. But it's there, right? Like, Dallas has always been able to play this, like, hive mind play. All right, so Gangnam Jin, Transcendence. B from Chio. Yambon goes down. Chio goes down. This is just an absolute brawl.
I know it's a bit off topic and early to discuss, but with all the talk about MVP and rookie awards,
Let's go, Fuel.
do you think any main supports have a chance of a Role Star award with how important Flex support is this year?
Role Star? Yeah, I think there's definitely some people that are Role Star. Like, I would see Vindame being a Role Star so far right now this season as a main support. Maybe you could make an argument for Funny Astro. But for the most part, I think you're going to see more Flex supports than main supports. It's just the way it is. Flex supports have more visible impact on the game. But I think Vindame right now would definitely be a Role Star at this point. Thank you for the 10, though. I appreciate the $10, DM Evan. Much love. I hope that answers your question. But yeah, I think Vindame's the only one that thinks. But yeah, Flex support's just too dominant. Too much impact. It's the same way as, like, you're never going to see a main support very rarely win Rookie of the Year or MVP. Just because as a main support, your impact is generally a lot less valuable. But maybe that will be less true with more Flex supports being played and the way that the support is changing as a role. Great dive, actually. Let's watch this by Dallas again. So Edison gets the hack onto Kellen as a group. They don't even go for Kellen, actually. They hack him. Yaki and Flora are just not there to help. And look at this dive. This is the hive mind dive that we know Dallas Fuel for. And this is the strength that they're going to have going into this mid-season tournament. And this is why you play Lucio Moira, right? The Moira can dive with your Wrecking Ball and Tracer. They do eventually get punished off of the blade from Yaki. Who's going to win this fight? Where's Chio at? Where did Chio just go? You good, Chio? I thought she'd be a good finisher for Sojourn, so you can go for more shots. Playing this, you get charged pretty quickly. Like Sojourn? No, hacking people doesn't make it easier to do damage on Sojourn. Alright, they got Dallas Fuel's got Coalescence again. And they actually did a pretty good job of holding up the bot. The bot didn't actually go that far. And Dallas Fuel got the checkpoint? Yeah, Dallas Fuel already have the checkpoint. Which is a big... Oh no, don't have the checkpoint yet. Sorry. My mistake. He's reading it wrong. Chio gets hacked by Yaki. Yaki's now on that Sombra.
Take some punishment.
Coalescence doesn't really get the value that Dallas needed from it. Went aggressive, but I've noticed this time and time again. I think Chio is not in the hive mind yet. He is not being plugged in to the Dallas Fuel network. Because, like, I feel like this happens a lot when Dallas Fuel playing this dive. Like, look at where Chio is on this dive. Actually, Chio's dead. But look at how this dive works. So they go in with the Coalescence, and Chio's, like, going back for Yaki here. Ends up getting caught, not with his, not with Fielder. So he's definitely not, they're definitely not in it yet. And it's not always, and it's not awful. I like Chio as a Lucio, but I definitely see that bit of disconnect that is hurting Dallas from time to time. Chio was great last, yeah, he's a great player. As I said, I'm not questioning that. I'm questioning his ability to dive on the fuel right now. So Felix is gonna head over to the Winston, go over to his comfort. Let's see how we get this. So there's the, oh, okay, so he gets the hack on the Doofus, but doesn't follow it up. Just hacks Kellen, just murders Kellen on that EMP. I don't hate that with that EMP. Honestly, if you can guarantee one kill with the EMP, you should take it. You think Dallas will lose 0-3 at London? No, I think it'll be a close game. I could absolutely see Dallas looking good against London. Could absolutely see Dallas not having an answer to London. But do I know what the answer of that match will be? Absolutely not. That was a big fight win for Fuel, but we're going into the next fight. They have a lot of ults. Gangnam Jin's rally is going to be very difficult for the Fuel to deal with. Like, Gangnam Jin's rally should be big. Alright, so there's the rally from Gangnam Jin. The EMP as well. Good stick by Spark on him, Myunbong. Now Gangnam Jin's kind of in no man's land. Keeping Yaki alive. Feels primal. Is he gonna get him? No. He forces it out though. Wow, that stick by Sparkle was enormous. If Myunbong doesn't get stuck there, the dive just doesn't work. Myunbong probably lives, has enough healing, and New York wins that fight. And now Fielder has Coalescence for this final fight.
Let us proceed.
Yaki's got to try and huck Fielder when he uses his Coalescence. Oh, he can't. The EMP. Yeah, EMP Cole by Dallas. Just too much. Another stick by Sparkle on the Gangnam Jin this time. There it is, Dallas Fuel. That was... New York Excelsior were in the driving seat for most of that match, but Dallas Fuel... And this is what I like say time and time again. Dallas Fuel are a good team. They have this hive mind dive. They have it, and they can have individual pop-offs. And that's why we still rate Dallas Fuel highly in that regard. But do I think this Lucio Moira Winston stuff is going to work against the Gladiators versus the Shock versus the Soul Dynasty? I just don't see it. Like, too many things are gonna just go wrong for them. So maybe they can prove me wrong this weekend and that they can tighten up a little bit. But right, from what I'm seeing so far, I'm not sold. I feel like Sparker has great sticks. I think it's the best part of his Tracer. His sticks, in my opinion, are some of his best parts of his game. I always thought Sparkle had a solid Tracer. He does. He's ever since 2021, he's had a great, he's had a pretty solid Tracer. Is it the best in the league? No. But he's had some good performances and he definitely holds his own. Alright, so we're getting the Bull Lucio Moira composition from the Fuel. With the Genji. I hate the BAP. Like, I really dislike this BAP. I would much prefer to see an Ana Brig. I don't like what Bap does. I think Bap gets rolled by the brawl. Maybe he was expecting a rush of some kind, but I just do not like Bap with this composition. I think the ultimate doesn't work with anything that the rest of the composition does. Yes, you have that shift that gives you that big healing, but I think Baptiste himself just falls over to a really good dive. I think it's a counter. Yeah, I understand like the dive counter with the shift, and the shift is very strong right now, but I just don't think it saves them enough. Like, I think I would rather have, especially against the ball Lucio Moira, I would much rather have the anti-nade. So that was good play. That was great play by New York Excelsior. That's how you play with the Baptiste. Fuel rushes in. They use the shift to save themselves. Then they use the lamp. And then there's just too much for the Dallas Fuel to get over. My question is, how do they live when the Field of Coal comes out? Gangnam Jin Rally, I guess. When did Gangnam Jin switch to main support? For this year. Because they have 2 flex supports. One of them needs to play the main support. Flora kind of popping. Flora's been good. It's this crazy thing that if New York Excelsior just plays the heroes that they're personally good on, they'd be a good team. Says the rally, good play. I think you just disengage if you're the Fuel right here. Re-engage again with the coal now. Oh, Flora gets punished there as well. Yeah, good play. That's textbook Dallas Fuel play right there. Engage, force an ultimate, disengage, re-engage with your team. I hate that ultimate by Kellen. Absolutely useless. What a waste. Even it landed well, but it just doesn't do anything. Why wouldn't you just get a main support? LMAO, what the fuck? So now let me explain what happened after they went double flex support and they didn't sign a main support. They then signed a third support recently, Carbon Fiber. Don't worry, they signed a third support. The bad thing about that is that they signed a third flex support. So here we are in the same conundrum. Oh, and also that flex support doesn't come of age for another couple of weeks, I think. Oh, double blade! Who's gonna win? My money is on Yaki. Oh, never mind. Not Yaki. There's a beat. Run, Yaki, run! Flora dies again. Flora's got to be careful about getting caught like this. That's the second time he's died before the fight has begun, giving Fuel a lot. Obviously, the rest of the Excelsior team was pushed back because of the beat, but you know, shit happens, but you can't be a consistent team. Fearless doing so much better more than Kellen, and it's on Winston as well. Dude, Fearless, like, I honestly think if you're the Dallas Fuel, just keep playing Fearless Monkey. Like, I understand Doomfist can be better, but they just look way better when Fearless is on the Winston. They just seem to understand it more. Like, if they just want to play Winston, Lucio Moira, I don't love it, but I love it for the Dallas Fuel. And just play to that strength. Are they going to win the league? No. Are they going to get beaten by the top-end teams? Probably. But that's better than them losing to teams like the New York Excelsior. Like, look at that Primal. Just does so much. I don't know if they needed that Coalescence from Fielder. That might have been a waste. Let me go back there. Did they need this coal? They dropped the window, but I guess maybe he didn't expect them to get this many kills. Fearless Bull good now too? Yeah, but I think in close proximity stuff where they would usually play Doom instead of Winston, I think just play the Winston. How do you differentiate between main support and flex support? It is a very long, deep conversation that I cannot do right now because it is ever changing and depends on the meta, the heroes, all that kind of stuff.
Meteor strike.
Rally from Gangnam Jin. They need to win this fight. Oh, Gangnam Jin gets burnt down. Oh yeah, the rally was good, but just the aggression from Dallas is just crazy. Like, you just see them. They're literally a hive mind. I love watching Dallas play when they play like this. And that'll put the nail in the coffin. All right, Dallas, you'll get the first round on Li Tao. Better question then, what's the main difference between main support and flex support? That's also a complicated question.
1-0.
I think the best distinction I can give you, and it's not even like a distinction, main support is like Lucio, Mercy, Brig, for the most part, while flex support is primarily Moira, Ana. There is some wonky merging of territory when you're talking about Zen and Baptiste. And Ana to a degree, but for the most part, that's the lines.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
All right, what do we got? We're gonna see the teams play the same thing. Felix is gonna start on the ball again. Let's see if he switches over to the Winston after the first fight. The Dallas Duel just want to play the point. I like this play by Dallas. Just recognize they want to play as a group around the Moira. Yeah, New York haven't really had an answer to the Moira here. Feels like they just can't get the kills.
Be nourished. The objective is now active.
How is Zen main support? Because if the flex support needs to play Ana and you want to play Ana Zen, then the Zen needs to be main support. And that's why I say the distinctions can get a little fucky sometimes, so it's not always a good thing. All right, good dive by the New York Excelsior. Kellen doing us so much work. Yeah, just... Fearless, stop playing ball. It's just not working in this match. Just play Winston, bro. Just play to your strength. He's gonna stay on the ball. Yeah, Kellen's gonna have a fast meteor strike here. Oh, Kellen, don't die! Oh, good nano. I actually really like that nano. They do get a great dive. Oh, good stick by Flora, though. Dude, look at how far the New York Excelsior are going.
Let's try something else.
What is going on over here, Kellen? Kellen and Felix just having a battle to the death. Felix just yeeting around the map. Oh, found Flora. I don't know why he went there. Flora just carried that fight. Great play by Flora.
Thanks. Thank you.
Based on what you've seen, what are some key things holding Fuel back? Can it be a lack of flexibility? Yeah, I think it's just a lack of flexibility. They look best when they play the Lucio Moira, but I don't think Zen, Ana, Doom, Genji is a good look for them. I just don't think they look good. Especially like Sparkle's Genji. We talk about how great Sparkle is at a Genji. I have not liked Sparkle's Genji this season. Like Sparkle's Genji has not really lived up to the hype that we know it from, you know, 2020 and 2021 season. Like he got diffed by Yaki in this series. Gangnam Jin gets fielded. Oh, the beat is late. This has been a bad round. Good stick by Edison onto Yaki. Maybe turns this around. Oh, good stick on a Chio. Fielder has the call. He has to commit it here. Blade from Sparkle as well. Alright. They're gonna cap. Oh, Fielder slept. Wait, what? Wait. What just happened at the end of that? Oh, good sleep by Myeonbong, but what am I about to witness? Don't do it! No! My eyes! My eyes! Oh no, Yaki. How is he alive? That was pretty bad by Yaki. Alright, well, they don't have Nano Blade anymore. But Dallasfield don't have any ults either. Gangnam Jin. How does this happen? How's Flora getting got? How's Edison getting got? Wait, that's not what I wanted. Oh, nice. Edison gets got. Gangnam Jin diff. Oh god, MYXL is trolling. Gangnam Jin got cheer on the way out. Oh god, MYXL is trolling. Oh god, MYXL. Yeah, stop using your ultimates. They're like panicking. You can tell in just their ultimate usage, they're panicking, trying to win every fight. You don't need to win every fight. They just need to win one. Alright, you got the Transcendence. Flora needs to go crazy with this Pulse More, actually. Flora, go crazy. Okay. That was not going crazy. Yeet! Winging it! Sometimes you just need a Kobe. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Fielder's gonna get a Cole. Oh god, Fielder's gonna get a Cole. Oh god, dude, New York Excelsior dropped the spaghetti so hard on this round. Oh no, this was actually such a spaghetti drop. They were up 99-0 and they just panicked. There was so much panic. They used so many of their ults. Oh, that was disappointing. That was a disappointing end for the New York Excelsior. They played a good match though, and they look a little bit better. Yaki played well, Gangnam Jin played well, but like what I've been saying is that New York Excelsior don't look flawless. They do not look like, oh, they're all of a sudden not the 12th worst team. Like, yeah, maybe they've gone up a few places. If they play like that, they should beat a bunch of the bottom end teams. But I think Dallas Fuel also made a lot of mistakes. Their composition, I'm not in love with. And I think they're going to struggle in the mid-season tournament. I just don't think this meta is good for them. I don't think they've felt comfortable. And it might be a problem throughout the rest of the mid-season tournament. But it was good to check out both these teams. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you all. I should have one more VOD review, probably from the East, coming out tomorrow as well. We'll be doing that one. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all. See you guys next time.